Alright, welcome to Menu Heroes Digest. We finally have cameras again. We didn't last week because I left my tripod in my car, not at my grandma's. But we wouldn't have been able to record anyway because my car was getting inspected, so thank you for joining us. We don't have a huge slate today.
Yeah, this is the proper return of Menu Heroes Digest with us here. You can see us right now.
My new place.
Yes, he's Tropical Nerd, I am Emo Nerd, so...
We got the Pokemon Battle of the
how
Century
are we
up
going to
there.
get along?
And yeah, so we'll jump right in.
Yes.
Alright, who wants to go camping?
Not me, man.
I
I'm too
hate
depressed.
camping. God. Okay, so Xbox.
Yes.
They have released a clothing and accessory line dedicated to camping. It's pretty basic, I guess.
It's green.
Yeah, it's what you expect from Xbox. Mountain Dew green.
Yeah.
So you'll hear the dogs in the background. I can't really do
We're
much
so
about it.
sorry. They got wild sick and I walked in.
So, looking at their lineup, they have clothes, hammocks. They have chairs. So this is the Xbox chair.
Yes.
This is what it's based off of.
Mm-hmm.
The Xbox chair looks bad. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's very early 2000s. Like, if they released this back in 2003 or 2004, it would have fit with the decade.
I thought this was the actual Xbox One because it's got that Xbox 360 vibe.
Well, I would have, but I think they would have gone with black.
It looks so much better.
And we'll try and show you pictures of these, or we'll try to, even though we're, nerds, we don't.
We didn't last week because we watched Deadpool and I forgot to work on the video.
A valid response, Stephen. That's a valid response.
So there's also a hammock.
Yes.
Sorry, I went French there for a minute. I forgot to pronounce the H. There's a water bottle. It's double the normal retail price. So
to really quench the gamer's thirst.
Yeah. It's got T-shirts, hats, and sweaters that are for exploring the great outdoors. But they are made 80 to 90% of cotton, and as a lot of hikers will say, cotton kills.
Yeah, speaking of somebody who's, I haven't really done full-on camping, but I have family members up in the mountains and try and travel up there and try and hang out with them. Cotton can get very uncomfortable in hot weather, so
And
you want to try and go something that's antimicrobial. You want to try and something that's more helps your skin breathe in hot weather. So cotton ain't it, Jack.
And if cotton gets wet, it doesn't.
You can see it. You can see the sweat.
No. If it gets if it rains or something, you'll be colder.
Oh yeah.
Because it won't be warm when it gets wet.
Yeah.
So.
The
the shirt looks, it looks kind of cool.
No, again, it is early 2000s. Okay, maybe 2010. I'd say 2010 and before, that would have been the fashion. That would have been okay, this is definitely something that's gonna that teens and tweens are gonna buy a lot of.
I'm a sucker for long T-shirts.
Speaking as a teenager from the early 2000s, that's.
So yeah, that's about.
Yeah.
It's Xbox gaming gear or camping gear. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's. It's reliable. It's what the gamers would want.
It's really weird.
Alright, this story I chose because, while neither of us have fully experienced a full match on Multiverses.
I've actually never played it.
I've only seen Let's Plays and Twitch streams of it. It looks a lot of fun, and it does help that you get voice acting or voice lines in Multiverses.
Unlike a certain other brawler when it first released.
Yeah. I remember being super hyped for that game.
We were super hyped.
And I still hope for the best. I hope Nickelodeon gives it more money to provide the things that we were excited for, which is voiceovers and
Nicktoons beating each other up.
Yeah.
But for now, if you're sick of Smash Brothers, your next best guess or choice is Multiverses. In case you missed it, this is like a Warner Brothers, DC, all-out brawl, shoe punching,
platform fighter.
Yeah,
it's now being called
instead of Smash clone because I don't like that.
Well, no, but it's like Smash was like one of the few of its kind.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a fighting game like it, but like since that became the biggest franchise,
it helped boost the platform fighter.
Platform fighters are now becoming. It's the Street Fighter 2 of
platform fighters.
Yeah.
All right, so Wonder Woman, Superman, Shaggy,
Tom and Jerry,
Steven Universe.
Yes, and the most popular cartoon of all, Arya Stark, Game of Thrones.
What?
Yes, they have Arya Stark from Game of Thrones as a playable character. It's one of the most mature HBO and Warner Brothers series ever. You're having her playing alongside all these cartoon characters.
You remind me of HBO.
So basically, you'll see a whole bunch of other live-action HBO characters just show up in this game full of cartoon and comic characters.
You'll see more there than you will on HBO Max, but that's not for dear. Anyway, Bugs Bunny is one of the most popular characters.
Yeah, hey, it's Bugs, He ain't no Daffy Duck, but it's Bugs Bunny.
So.
And I'm asking, please put Daffy Duck in this game. He's my guy.
So. People have said that Bugs Bunny is too powerful. He needs to be nerfed. And this includes the devs behind the game. He's dominating in the 2v2 mode.
I mean...
in Multiverses.
It is funny, but obviously if you do see a Bugs Bunny cartoon and seeing just...
It makes sense.
He's kind of OP in the Looney Tunes cartoons. Except for one... There's actually one or two Actually, it's when he's faced with that turtle. That's the only time that he's met a match.
I don't watch Looney Tunes.
Oh man, I grew up with cartoons.
I grew up with Tom and Jerry, but I don't even watch it now.
That's interesting though, because I figured, I think Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes were around the same time in the 1930s or 40s. But it's funny that there's people that do watch Tom and Jerry, that don't watch Looney Tunes. I've always figured those go hand in hand. I guess it's because there's not much talking in Tom and Jerry, so it's easier to digest.
Yeah, it's more universal.
I guess so. Okay. But I've seen my fair share of a lot of Looney Tunes, and there's plenty of characters from there that would be great. I mean, they've already had Tasmanian Devil as a playable character. I want Daffy Duck. Elmer Fudd makes sense because he's a rival to Bugs Bunny, and
I want some regular show representation.
I would too, and hopefully the other...
Let me have Mordecai and Rigby, and let Mordecai just throw Rigby.
Yes! I love that, but it'd be funny if a skin for Rigby was his more buff brother. What was his name again? Don, yeah, just... And, yeah... Just as a skin or something, that'd be funny.
So, anyway.
Yes.
It is the top character right now.
Yeah.
The highest ranking 2v2 player, Cobalt Heart, nice name, has been winning. He's on a 20-game win streak with Bugs. And he's won over 50 matches with the character over the last few days. He's a well-rounded fighter, and...
But is he a Shoto?
I don't know.
Sorry, I watch a lot of fighting game videos online.
I don't know what that means. It sounds dirty.
It's not. I swear it's not. It just Shoto is basically what Ryu is in Street Fighter. He's a guy with a gi and shoots fireballs. There's a lot of fighting games that have a character like him, so they call him a Shoto.
Okay.
So does Bugs Bunny shoot fire carrots or something? Or... I've watched. Yeah, sorry.
So anyway, the devs are going to nerf him after Evo this weekend. Is it this weekend? Yeah, this weekend. Yes. It's now.
Yeah, they're making announcements for what games are available for Evo, and you probably would have covered that too, but we do have a lot of the other type of game. I'll at least, I think next week I'll cover some of Evo, because I do like to do the fighting tournaments.
Alright, we can do that.
Yeah.
Alright.
Maybe a special Jordan watch.
Let's talk about Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty. Or doo-doo. You say that?
Doo-doo. I don't know if we can say that.
Okay,
Anyway.
we might censor that.
So, there was a lawsuit against Activision last month that was dismissed because, according to a judge where it was filed, the plaintiffs didn't play enough Call of Duty Infinite Warfare to make an informed case against the malaligned publisher. So, this is like the only Activision Blizzard case that ended smoothly.
Yeah, I mean, granted, like, this is not the first time, two video game companies have gone to trial, and the judge and the plaintiff said, we're not playing games, we don't know much about games, so, like, we don't really care, so... no, I actually think it was, I think Candy Crush was being sued by some other... I think the same company that made Bejeweled, I think was suing Candy Crush, and it was, the judge and the plaintiffs didn't really bother, the jury didn't bother to play the game, so they just read a bunch of reviews online of maybe that wasn't Bejeweled, but it was some other game that I don't know. It's I know I should be knowing this because this was kind of a big deal, and it's another example. It is an example of the course is not. Obviously, a lot of game stuff gets involved in the course, or they go to the course for legal issues, but the course isn't really taking these games too seriously to really play them, and they're just looking at reviews, looking at what the overall consensus online is to make their judgment, and that is, I think, pretty dangerous. And you don't really put any research to this thing that's being taken to court. It's deciding what can and cannot be done in games, or what game companies are allowed to do.
Alright, so the basic gist of this report, or the case, was that Activision ripped off Brooks Entertainment Incorporated, which doesn't have an official website, as far as we can tell. Its CEO, Sean Brooks, describes himself as an inventor, and they claim they hold the trademarks for the financial mobile games Save One Bank and Stock Picker. The Kotaku, our favorite news site, couldn't verify the existence of these games. So anyway, all three of these entities were at the center of the lawsuit. So they claimed that Activision ripped off their IP and the identity of their owner. The main character for the 2016 first-person shooter, Sean Brooks, was based on the company's CEO, and all three games had scripted battle scenes that take place in a high-fashion couture shopping center mall. So all of this is wrong. The main character isn't Corporal Sean Brooks, which, by the way, is a generic, super generic name.
I mean, come on, man.
His squad mate, Commander Nick Reeves, was the main character. And there is a shopping mall scene in far future Geneva, and Brooks isn't in it. So, this whole lawsuit was a waste of time, and they lost money because since the lawsuit wasn't withdrawn before a certain date, Activision filed Rule 11 sanctions, which meant they had to pay for a false lawsuit. Surprisingly, I'm with Blizzard on this one.
Yeah, this is one of the few times where it seems like Activision Blizzard is correct.
Yeah.
And it feels weird to say, but this other company doesn't really have much ground.
Yeah, let's be honest though. It's more that the other company was wrong than Blizzard was right.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll say that. We'll say, what was it, Brooks Entertainment? I forgot what they're called again. I read the article.
I don't remember. I closed the article.
Yeah, but it's okay. So
there was no ground.
Yeah, man.
Their legs didn't exist. They tried to run before they could walk.
Yeah. So, thankfully, we're going to talk about a game that's more about racing than running.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yes.
Everyone's favorite game from what was it, 2015?
Oh, something. It was definitely a Wii U game.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Mario Kart 8.
And the thing is, it keeps making money, and so Nintendo's like, we'll just keep re-releasing this.
2014. My bad.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. So you were a year off. Shame.
On Friday.
Those dogs are going real.
It was either Friday or Thursday. We got the second wave of DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yes.
And you can see it in action on Tuesday on our channel.
Yes.
Keep tuned.
I'm gonna be in it. I'm gonna be in a video again. Hooray!
Woo. So let's talk about Pokemon Presents, because this happened on Wednesday, and there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, it's gonna cover most of our episode here because, oh man, they dropped a lot this week.
So, Pokemon Go has announced the Pokemon Go Fest finale, which includes Ultra Beasts. On August 22nd, which happens to be my mom's birthday, players can see all the recently released Ultra Beasts like Buzzwole, Shaman, and much more in the Pokemon Go Fest finale. Daily Adventures Instance is also now available, which can be used for 15 minutes each day and attracts Pokemon uncommon to your area, as well as legendary Pokemon. Alright, so there's new Pokemon and events coming to Pokemon Unite.
Yes.
So, the first wave of new Pokemon includes Glaceon. Is it Buzzwole? Buzzwole.
Yes.
And Tyranitar.
I have a question though.
You can ask your question.
Well, it's like I could have sworn that like the Ultra Beasts were different from Pokemon. And while they may have retconned that or changed that, it's sort of weird that like they made a big deal that these are things from another dimension.
Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
Wait. Sorry, we are back. So, like we said,
dogs, am I right?
Ultra Beasts, they are from a different dimension. They're still Pokemon, classified as Pokemon.
Okay.
But they're supposed to be from a different dimension, but now that they've entered our dimension, it's Pokemon. They're not consistent.
Part of the Pokemon family.
They're not consistent in anything. So, the event I mentioned is Pika Party, where all Pokemon are some variation of Pikachu. Woo!
Alright, so... does it mean that they're going to be in, like, Pikachu outfits?
No, they're Pikachus.
Okay.
It's all all Pikachus.
Okay, alright.
Alright, so Mewtwo is coming to Pokemon Cafe Remix. Woo! Okay. Whatever. Nobody cares. Because Pokemon Scarlet and Violet got a new trailer.
Yeah, if I may say one thing about cafes, like I look at like the gameplay of it on the trailer, and I'm like, do you just move things around and that just solves
a puzzle game?
Yeah, it's like, okay, puzzle games. Like there's Pokemon puzzle games out there, and some of them are fun, but like, how does the cafe one work? Of like, usually you're moving around, like you're mixing up something, and
it's just a simple puzzle game, Jordan. Don't think too hard. It's like Bejeweled.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, I do like puzzle games, so I was trying to like...
You can look at it on your own time.
Okay, we're moving on.
Alright, so... we got some Pokemon Scarlet Violet news.
Yes.
Trainers seem to be tasked with completing a grand treasure hunt.
Yes.
And they will use the legendary Pokemon Koraidon and Miraidon to find treasure. They can travel almost anywhere across the region, whether it be on the ground and water or in the sky.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, in the trailer, Koraidon and Miraidon seem like you just... I don't know if you do a special event to get them, but it seems like you need them to get around the area. So, that's really a different aspect than we've seen for any of the legendaries before.
And so people have been pointing this out. The prehistoric one, I don't remember which one is which.
Koraidon is the prehistoric one.
Koraidon, he doesn't use his wheel appendages. Instead, he runs on his...
Yeah, he walks on all fours. But
like a Flintstone car.
Yeah, it very much is. It really is like a Flintstone thing.
My friend keeps pointing that out, and they're like, I hope it catches on, because even if that was not the intent, I think it's great.
I felt kind of weird, because it seemed like their neck and belly thing were wheels and were gonna roll around, but I guess they couldn't think of a way how that would naturally work. So okay, we'll just have him just walk on all fours.
Well, I mean, for some reason, I feel like these two are the same. Koraidon and Miraidon.
Yeah.
I feel like Miraidon is the genetical evolution instead of like the Pokemon evolution, but like natural evolution.
Okay.
Like how like the Hisuian variants, like Voltorb.
Yeah. And okay, and I was gonna say one way to like how I figured out like Miraidon is the Futures of One, because I'm a weeb and I found out that like Mira is the word for future in Japan, so I like okay, Miraidon, that's the future.
Anyway, these are open world RPGs supposedly,
Yeah.
taking place in the Paldea region. Unlike past entries in the series, you partner up with the legendary Pokemon close to the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
You're in a special academy. Naranja Academy is the Scarlet Academy, and Yuva is the Violet.
I play Pokemon games to get away from school, not be forced into it.
So there's apparently 3 stories to complete. The Gym Challenge, which can be completed in any order, and the other 2 stories haven't been revealed yet. There's co-op play with up to 3 friends. That's going to be fun.
Oh yeah.
And then there's, of course, Pokemon's famous thing, gimmicks. Terrestrial, or Terrastall phenomenon. So basically it'll change the Pokemon's type and give them a shiny crystallized form. They can do it once per battle with a Terror Orb, and it's just... I don't know why they can't just stick with one gimmick.
Look, here's the thing. I'm the Dynamax Defender. Okay, I thought that was an interesting gimmick for Galarian. I know there's a lot of Sword and Shield I don't like, but I felt that aspect was interesting, and at least was kind of cool.
I forget you have the game. We should do a Dynamax raid simple.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that
for the channel.
But the thing is, it's like, this look right here. It's just like you're just putting a chandelier on your Pokemon. That's what it looks like, and I don't find it appealing one bit.
It's not really that. I mean, the flying Pikachu, that's kind of cute, but
yeah.
And yeah, speaking of flying Pikachu, there are purchase bonuses for pre-ordering them. So if you pre-order Scarlet or Violet, you will receive a special Pikachu encased in crystal. This one is the flying type. If you buy a physical or downloadable pre-order copy, you can redeem Glitter Pikachu about an hour and a half to put in after about an hour and a half of playtime. And then if you download the digital versions, serial code for an adventure set, 10 potions, 5 full heals, 3 revives, 3 ethers, 1 rare candy, and 1 nugget. If you buy the double pack, you get 2 serial codes, 1 for Scarlet and 1 for Violet, that unleash 100 Pokeballs. Redeeming these codes has the same prerequisites as the digital download, times 2, and these codes do not expire. So yeah, it's not really that exciting.
Gen None, the Pokemon wear hats. Or chandeliers.
You were reading the comments. He didn't come up with that on his own.
I was.
I'm shaming you.
Hey, I've already shamed myself. Okay, so I'm shameless. You can't do nothing to me. But yeah, okay. So as I said, a lot of Pokemon news, some cool stuff, some alright stuff, and some Pokemon Unite stuff. But anyway, as said, I know we didn't do well. There wasn't a whole lot to cover this week, and
there just wasn't a whole lot to cover.
Yeah, and also.
I mean, I think QuakeCon's happening soon, or has already happened.
Yeah.
So we'll talk some about that when it pops up.
Yeah, and by all means, Evo is next week, so I'm not gonna do a live thing, but I will cover at least some of the highlights from that and some cool stuff from it. So we'll at least have that little Jordan editorial for next
Jordan
week.
editorial.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, so thank you for tuning in,
Yes.
and we will see you later.
Yes. We're not
As
sponsored-
always,
we're not-
stay cool.
We're not sponsored by Brisk, but we could be.